Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Changing this around. Good morning, everybody. I am Chris Roebuck, founder and CEO of Live My Life Debt Free, and I'm going to give it just a few more seconds to allow some individuals to get on this morning. I'm talking about taking off the financial mask this morning. Good morning, I am Marquisa. Thank you for joining me today. I am talking about taking off the financial mask. Do you know anybody who might be wearing a financial mask? Oh, wow, I could raise my hand. I used to be that person. Wow. And that is something that I'm going to be talking about all week. And as we just give it a few more seconds, just a couple of seconds for others to come on. And for those who will be replaying this scope this morning, I'm Chris Roebuck, founder and CEO of Live My Life Debt Free. And I'm excited about having the assignment in this lifetime to help to empower individuals to become free from debt and to live a fulfilled life. Today and this week, actually, I'm going to be touching on a couple of areas. As far as, and I call it taking off a financial mask. Good morning, Minister DGJR. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to be talking about taking off a financial mask. A lot of us know someone, or we wore one at one particular time, and I even call them sometimes blinders, or it's a blinder or a mask that we sometimes wear. And to keep me on track, because I know that everyone is probably on the way to work or already there, and I am headed to a meeting myself, but I am going to just mention a couple of things. One thing, which I'm going to ask everyone who will replay this, be the real you. You know, ask yourself today, am I being the real me as far as my finances are concerned? Or am I actually allowing other people to hold me up to a standard in which I am really not able to afford? When I go out to lunch and I know that I only have enough to pay for my lunch, but I feel as though I need to pay for the entire table, so I'll charge it instead of pay cash. You know, that's a mask. That's a mask. Allowing something or allowing yourself to be someone that you're not, or that you cannot afford to be. Absolutely. Are you buying a car that you feel that is going to make you feel very important, so that when you drive up to the stoplight, you're going to impress someone at the stoplight that you'll never see again, because you want to feel as though, you have a nice vehicle, that everybody likes to look at. We really go to the extreme, believe it or not. Sometimes people buy homes, huge homes, because, they feel like, okay, my friends or my associates, when I invite them over, they're going to be like, oh, wow, this is nice. And that's okay. We are born, and we have been born in this life to live a fulfilled life. We're supposed to have very nice things, but we're just not supposed to allow them to be a burden to us, burden us down. We're not supposed to allow the Lord over our lives. We're supposed to, have dominion over it and over the things. So I'm going to just encourage you this week, even through your conversations, or, you're going to hear someone in the grocery line or in a retail store, or someplace where they're getting their car tuned up, where they're talking about situations that they found themselves in, and now they can't afford to maintain the type of lifestyle that they're living. So just encourage them, what, be the real you. And I'm saying, I've made a statement or a question. I asked a question in my blog this week. Will the real you please stand up? Will the real you please stand up? While you're on your financial journey, stand up and be the real you. If you can't afford that vacation this year, you have friends going to the Caribbean, or they're taking a cruise, or, they're going to the mountains, or whatever the case is. Just say, hey, where are you guys going next year? My family and I are going to do what's called a staycation this year. We're going to find beautiful places in our own city or surrounding areas where it doesn't really, cost. And you don't have to tell them all that, but just think about it. There are so many beautiful places that you can go to. I live in Virginia, and if anybody in Virginia really want to go somewhere really nice, they can go to Virginia Beach, or go to Williamsburg. So much history there. Go to Washington, D.C., just someplace, just do something. Go to the park and take a lunch, or go take a ride in the park, or on the beach, the boardwalk. It's so many things that, people can do that will help them to stop wearing the mask, have less stress, and live a fulfilled life. Because that's really what it's going to do when you take off the mask. You're going to begin to live a more fulfilled life. So my question to you, my friends, as I sign off, and before I do, I'll tell you, you said you did that for years. I actually learned to appreciate my city. Awesome. And when I come to your city, the only thing I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to take me to have a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. And I know that you have heard me say that before, but I'm serious. So I found some place, in your city that, or something that I'd like to do that's in your city. So, but I'm going to ask you this week to please stand up and be the real you. Live the fulfilled life that we have all been born to live. And, don't allow yourself to be put under so much by what other people think about you. So I am Chris Roebuck, founder and CEO of Live My Life Debt Free. I have been created to help individuals to find their way out of the maze of debt. You said good lessons. Thank you. Thank you for being on today, and thank you for inviting followers. I have been created to help individuals to find their way out of the maze of debt and live life. My passion and goal is to empower you to become the best student of your finances as possible. I have a very unorthodox way of talking about money. I don't rarely talk about spending plans and all that kind of stuff over the Periscope, but in my workshops I do. You can find me. I am on Instagram, Live My Life Debt Free, Twitter, and Facebook. You can like me there, Live My Life Debt Free. Thank you so much for joining today. Remember to stand up and be the real you. Take off the mask this week. Have a super week, everybody.